I guess that makes. I mean, yeah, we'll be fine. Try not to trip over that shit. Try not to trip over that shit. You might need to move the camera because this is where your actual microphone usually is. You're out of frame.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. You just need to twist the thing so it has a different angle in it. Well, that works too. Okay. What a strange light. No, it's fine. Just the light will do. Hello and welcome to the no, definitely oh no. I like the yellow one better. Yeah. I like the warm light cuz the other one was a very cold light. Yeah. I don't like cold lights. I don't like the cold.
Let me get your drink, sir.
Oh my. I feel you're going to need the chair.
Oh, that is my chair. What the fuck? I thought. Well, that's weird.
I don't know why.
I don't know why this thing has been in the hallway either. I need to figure that out.
I just figured don't move it. There might be a reason that it's there. And just like
Used to me.
for those of you who welcome to the pre-stream. We're getting started a little late here because dogs and chair and a frightening life experience that will hopefully not be revisited anytime soon. Now the camera is usually a little bit higher, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and lift it because I don't like that we can see our mess and a conglomerate of knobs. So I'm going to fix that. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. And then to totally change the theme, and I'll gladly stand up and defend her still today. God knows I love this land. Bless the U.S. of A. It's always me to fix the god son of a fuck you Jesus. Shit. Now we're canceled. Why? Why? The fuck is that for?
It was on the table, so I brought it up. I didn't know what else to do with it. I didn't want the dog to get it.
Just brought seasoning in. Just like randomly just brought.
Sometimes
he gives me.
You gotta season the words.
The man gives me a bang, and he said, "Here is Mexican fruit seasoning." I'm like, okay. Gracias, señor.
I guess we wanna. I don't know how we sample it.
I don't know. Here is a first time reaction to the key lime pie flavor of the Bang energy drink. The viewers get their first. Now, in case you don't know, I am an energy drink aficionado. I have tried every single one on the market.
Connoisseur.
Now, let's see how the key lime pie flavor of Bang stacks up to the rest of them.
Analysis.
That is disgusting. I do not like it.
Oh.
I will have my Rosé back now. Thank you. Okay, it's not terrible.
I feel like you need more of a sip.
No, it got worse.
No, did it?
Yeah, it got worse.
It's that aftertaste. I think there's a unfortunate aftertaste.
There is
And I bought a whole damn case of it, but I'm like, ooh, that looks interesting.
See, that's the difference between you and I. When I try a new flavor, I'll buy one from the if I'm going to Vitamin Shop to buy like a case of Bang, and I want to try a new flavor, I'll just open it from the fridge. They did release a new one though. I just saw one of the people I follow on Fitstagram advertising it. I don't remember what it is though. It was some marketing. Oh, it was something to do with Valentine's Day. It was like a pink flavor, or like some sort of red. No, I don't know.
Not Froze Rose.
Not Froze Rose.
Okay.
Yeah. I like Froze Rose flavor of Bang because it is nondescript.
That's true.
So like, what does this taste like?
Wine? Is that what it's supposed to be? Like a wine rose?
It's not even grape.
I haven't had that one in a while.
No, wait, it is grape-ish.
Grapey? Like a light grape?
It's like a light grape.
This reminds me just of like the Trix
it's
yogurt.
It's not so much like a full... It's like a... It's like a grape... It's like a misdemeanor grape.
This is a misdemeanor.
It's not a felony grape.
Not a full-on felony, but
it's just...
It's a little slap on the wrist.
It is a civil misdemeanor grape.
5:02.
Yeah, we're a little late here, Chris.
Well then, let us get started here.
Let us get started.
Intro scene. Boom.
Intro scene.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a streaming soon scene as well, and then
that would be
thanks
nice.
for watching
Yeah.
scene, and then we could just go live and
Yeah, you want me to Photoshop those? I have a day off on Monday, so I have a bunch of
yeah,
time.
that'd be cool.
We've just been talking over the intro, but it'll do.
Yeah,
Does the black screen happen automatically?
yeah. Once it's done, it just goes black
Like on purpose?
because it's still within the scene, so the movie plays, which was the intro.
Oh.
And
Wait,
then
did
I have to hit the scene.
Oh, so that's not a file issue where I
No.
messed up where I just sent you the intro with like 20 minutes of black screen.
No,
after it?
I think it just plays through it. I think there's a way to loop it too, but it plays it once, then it's just black screen.
So
and then we show up
So
when
you
I do
can't
that.
set it up to go to, you know what? We'll figure out the technical difficulties later. Bros and brolets.
Vikings and Valkyries,
Welcome to Iron Theory.
a podcast about fitness, life, and everything in between.
I'm Arthur.
I'm Chris. Yes, we are back. Public service announcement again. Currently also on SoundCloud. So if you just happen to be on SoundCloud, we are also on SoundCloud now. So that's just another avenue we took. Be sure to follow us on Twitch, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on every single social media platform. I believe we have a Twitter and a YouTube. Follow, share, please.
Follow me in real life. I'd be really entertained to see how long you can follow me without me noticing.
Yeah.
I've always wanted a stalker.
That'd be entertaining. That'd be a
Wouldn't
podcast episode on its own.
A whole like how a podcast got me a stalker.
Yeah, I think that'd be entertaining. ...
I asked for it? Question mark.
Exactly. I think that'd be very entertaining. So,
We know. Was that too loud? We know that being fit makes you strong, right? So you get to be strong in the gym, you get a good workout in, but whatever. Today's episode is not about being at the gym. It's what being fit, whatever your definition of that might be,
yes,
can do for you outside of the gym. What are the other life benefits that are not directly related to how you do at the gym?
I'm going to sit tall.
I
Because
will sit short.
my posture is so good because of the gym. See? Like, just being here, me sitting right here is further proof that fitness can
I
be
don't know,
translated
as a man
to
who
life.
deadlifts, my general body has been scrunched into a slight forward lean. My upper back.
What are your deadlifts looking
my,
like?
My upper back is a little bit like a dog taking a shit.
The letter of the
it's
day
ready
is
to-
C.
C.
My
No.
T-spine is curved.
My T-spine.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like this is a very relatable topic to honestly anybody who happens to listen to this specific episode, because there's so much stuff that we kind of overlook in a day-to-day kind of a thing where you don't think about it because a lot of people just go through the motions and try to, they're not thinking about it. Like you're picking something off the floor. You're not consciously, oh, I'm about to pick this object up. You just do it, right? But yeah. I think this episode is going to kind of highlight those things we kind of take for granted,
Yes, as individuals of musculature, of hypertrophic culture, one could say. There are some benefits that we gain from the gym that are by other individuals of the gym. Perhaps taken for granted.
Yeah.
What's your favorite out of gym benefit of being like reasonably fit, being reasonably strong? Well, what is one of your favorites? What you know what I'm asking.
Yeah.
I can't talk right now.
Yeah.
Which sucks as a podcast.
Groceries. I don't know what to talk about, so we're just gonna. But yeah, groceries. I think that's such a a thing where I don't have to go to the damn car twice or thrice, but once, because I will make it work. I will put those bags around my wrist. I'm going to have that shit turn purple, but I'm not taking a second trip because I'm going to do that shit like a farmer's carry, man.
But also, it's like, but we don't necessarily struggle to do a one trip.
Yeah, and I think even that's shit. I don't care what that shit weighs. I don't care if there's like 2 50-pound turkeys in there. I'm going to make that shit work, and it's going to be lightweight, baby. Yeah.
Where the hell did you find a 50-pound turkey?
I don't... I'm just making numbers up.
I've never seen one go above 30. Like, what store do you shop at that you find not one but 2 morbidly obese turkeys?
Roided up turkeys. They were giving these turkeys Dianabol, Trenbolone, Anavar.
Definitively fake natty turkeys.
They were just so jacked. Yeah, but I mean that's like groceries. That's one of those things where I'm like, man, I could just take this one trip, and I'll play Tetris. I'll stack that stuff. I'm like, engage my core. I'm gonna walk up those steps like nobody's business, And shit, that's just one, but there's many. How about you?
For me, it's the utility to move things whenever I find it necessary, like at whim. Like if I do not like where my couch is, I can just freely do whatever I want with it. Now, sometimes that
moving.
gets moving. Sometimes that gets abused, like when your friend is moving and they need a couch moved. But I'm like, I don't care, dude. Like, I understand my purpose in this society.
I
like,
have a strong friend.
I will move a thing for you.
Yeah,
it's freeing, actually. Like, you do not need help to do most things anymore.
I got it. You sure? Yep, I got it.
And it's not even like an egotistical, oh, I got it. Like, oh, I'm gonna hurt myself. Like, no. Legitimately, it's fine. I got it. Don't worry about it. It's good. It's good.
I mean, that's a relevant thing because moving is a process. Like that's, you're literally lifting shit and you're moving it and you're lifting it and putting it somewhere else. Like that's moving, right?
That's our entire life. We trained for this moment.
Yeah,
we trained for that.
And you just getting it up into that truck, loading it up, all these awkward objects from desks to tables and just random ass shit. I mean, that was me in April. I mean, you had to move some shit too.
Yeah, we all had to move.
Yeah, we all moved.
At one point, Chris and I lived together in a group. We had a nice place and everything.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we might as well just go over like feats of strength that happened just for fun. I remember this one time, it was the winter. We live in Chicago. So when winter comes, it comes a-roaring sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And Chris's fiance, her car got stuck. Like she couldn't leave the parking spot. And just like all the whatever. So we come out and we help it and we're pushing and it doesn't move when we push it. So we figured the
front wheel drive car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the only alternative to pushing it was just like, let's just pick it up.
Let's push it up.
So we deadlifted
you push
her car.
it up. That was yeah.
The two of us, we
just hinged at the
we just
hip,
hinged it and like
and then
pushed it up. Like there you go. Yep.
And then just kind of got it off the curb.
It was
stuck, and
it was one of my favorite moments ever. Like I remember we were cheering. The dude who lived upstairs was like looking out the window, like, "What the fuck are they doing?" I'm like, "We just lifted the car. Like that's what we're celebrating."
We lifted that shit.
It was like one of my top 5 favorite moments living there ever. It was amazing.
I mean, even like laundry and shit, like just stuff like that becomes increasingly easy. But I mean, and just some of the stuff you can also avoid. I feel being fit, going to the gym, having a routine, perfect technique, increasing muscle strength in those areas that you need strength in your core and in your hips and all these things in your legs. So stuff that you can avoid, injuries, right? How many people injure themselves, especially now, where there's ice and all this other stuff, they lack any stabilization or, it becomes increasingly difficult, and it's very common for people to injure themselves by falling or, or picking something up, like deadlifting something, right? So I feel like incorporating, some kind of routine that will allow them to strengthen those areas is so beneficial, because then, less injury. I think that's important.
Yeah. So we've talked about the strength benefits, and I feel like that's obvious, right? But I want to, I have a weird, interesting look into the world, because I went from being hella unfit to being pretty damn fit.
Yeah.
And there are some remarkable differences in things that I've noticed. Number one, we're both pretty big into the music scene. We like going to shows. And when I was unfit, and when I say unfit, I mean like 300 pounds, seeing a show, don't get me wrong, it was great, but it was an event physically. Like, to be standing for any longer than 40 minutes was a nightmare. Like, getting to a show early just meant you would have to suffer for standing an extra hour longer. And that was rough. So when you're reasonably fit, things you do for fun, like going to a show, it means that you actually get to enjoy the show. You get to bounce around, jump around, swing around, stand around, walk around. It doesn't matter, because you're not going to be sore. Like, you have reasonable strength, you have reasonable endurance, you get to enjoy things without the thought of like, holy shit, I'm in pain right now, like infiltrating your head the entire time.
So would you say when you were that size, was that something that then, I guess, stuff like that was like day to day was a bit more conscious, like you were actively conscious about certain things you would do?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just little things that they're all in your head that nobody gives a shit about, but it's in your head. For example, like if I had to do a flight of stairs and I was out of breath out of the flight of stairs, the thought in my head was all like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed that people around me think I'm insane. Like little things mentally that happen when you're unfit and out of shape. It's just like, holy shit, I can't imagine what the people around me think.
I feel like, I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. Anybody who, is currently, morbidly obese or is having trouble, with stuff that we just mentioned, I would say let this podcast be your calling card to, just change your life around, because you can do it, Go and just get into the gym, just start slow, start somewhere, but make it now, right? Do it now. I would say do it. But even on the other side of the spectrum, where somebody would see somebody who's maybe scrawny or just very frail, not a lot of strength, a smaller guy, how many times do people like that get picked on as well?
Yeah.
In school. Do you see any of this stuff in school? You see a lot of bullying for physical appearance? You deal with any of that? If that's something you can talk about. I mean, as long as you don't need.
I can. I just can't be specific.
Yeah, of course.
Does it happen? Yes. And here's where it gets weird. Kids are less likely to bully you for like physical things right now.
I think. Go ahead.
It's not like that. Or if it is, I don't see much of it. Number one, a student would have to be really bold to try to start shit in my class. So we'll start with that.
Okay.
I am not. It's rare that you'll find a kid who is willing to like fuck shit up in front of me because they know, number one, I ain't gonna take shit. Number one, I am not the teacher you mess with. I have no problem putting you in your place. Number one. Number two, they have some sort of respect because I am physically, like, one time somebody I remember one time, oh my god, this must have been my second year teaching, and a student
We got the scoop.
alluded to a comment about like wanting to have a fight with another student. I'm like, you start shit in my classroom, I will fling you across the room and through the wall.
See, and you probably have the power to do that, don't you?
Well, number one, I did. This kid was maybe like 150 pounds. Like, fuck it, that's a warm-up weight. I'll fling you through the window. And they looked at me, and they knew, like, oh, no, wait, he actually probably would do that.
It was pretty,
Like, it's not an empty threat. I would never hurt one of my students, but if you start shit, I will throw you under the bus to protect a weaker kid. Like, come on.
Yeah, and I that's just one of those things I feel, this is pretty common in the school scene, or, especially in high school, more specifically. There's a lot of drama that usually happens for whatever reason, hormones and shit.
But now that you mention it, it is a fair point. There is a benefit to being fit in high school. Outside of, I don't mean just the bullying thing, but in terms of how much fun you get to have, right? Being part of a sports team.
Oh, yeah.
Being good as part of the team, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, every team has that one kid who got on the team because his dad forced him to. He's not really into it, and he's not really fit, and nobody really wants him on the team. But being reasonably fit and being part of the team and being like a contributing member of a squad feels pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you, like, a lot of, I know the football teams will train in the gym, and they'll probably do deadlifts and squats and stuff like that. They'll start learning that kind of stuff so they can strengthen their legs for football. Yeah. So, I mean, there's just a lot of benefit that in itself, just to be better at a sport in high school or whatever. So that'll bring confidence up. And then that's another thing about fitness. For a lot of people, it's going to bring people's confidence up, whether it's, changing physically or just being stronger, whatever it is, it's going to mentally, and I think that's maybe where we can kind of take it now, is like, besides the physical part, the mental part of being fit, what does that do on the outside of the gym for us? So confidence, right? That's one.
Oh yeah. It's a little bit more than just confidence. It builds a certain pattern. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to say this without making it sound too negative. Fitness, especially the way you and I do it, it really does become incorporated as part of your lifestyle.
Yep.
Like, it's not an afterthought. It is something you schedule. It is something you plan around. And it brings structure to your day. Like, that there's a window for this, there's a window for this, there's a window for this, and then there's the gym. Don't cut into my gym time. That squat day. Structure, it sort of brings some confidence into your day, right? You have a place to be, you have a thing to do, your brain isn't idle.
It's something that I get to look forward to, even if I have nothing to do else in that day. The fact that I have the gym or a workout to look forward to gives me that purpose, I feel. Yeah. Like, if nothing else, there is that training session I have, right? So I think that is just really, really powerful, because sometimes, like, especially during quarantine, that was just a trying I mean, still is a trying time for a lot of people, but just that specific 5-6 months where, there was no gym for me. no weights, nothing. Just trying to make it work, and then just seeing, how much I benefited from that. Because once that started being weight, I was just trying every little avenue to just try to stay on top of it. So, yeah.
Aside from just structure, and I know that this is almost a trope, it's almost overstated, but the discipline that you develop, the discipline required to, well, you can be reasonably fit without really putting too much emphasis on discipline,
Definitely.
but to be like legitimately actually strong or fast or whatever type of sport you train for, it takes dedication, it takes discipline, it takes perseverance. And I know, oh God, it's almost a meme, right? It's almost a meme. Like I'm cringing just hearing myself say, but it builds discipline. But it does.
It does,
and that
though.
carries over. You know that things take work. You know that things take time.
Right. It's just like learning an instrument, right? Or any other kind of thing that takes a certain amount of time and practice and just really grinding it out. You don't see the results until you just keep